shall we play a game?
We got Star Wars Unlimited. We got classic Star Wars games. We got old school D&D, independent RPGs, mini painting, Warhammer, of course, tons of other games. But first, we're gonna need some coffee here on Board Barista Productions.
All right, so what do we want to do?
Okay, so basically I was thinking everybody could take a turn to introduce themselves. Then we can dive into, I'm going to talk about like what I'm envisioning for this game to be, and then we'll just start doing character creation.
All right.
Okay.
So I am Warlock. I am the lost character. Morlock. Morlock. That's good. So what are you up to, Fan?
Nothing much. Just getting ready to go through this whole beginning of the episode thing. In 3, 2, 1. Hey, everybody. We're actually playing some role-playing today on the channel. I'm in New Orleans. My RPG crew is up in Maine, and let's give everybody a chance to introduce themselves.
Hi, my name's Morlock. It's good to be here with you, Jeff. Let me pass you down.
All right.
Hi, I'm Sam.
And I'm Tanya from Retro Reviews, co-host.
Nice. And as always, I'm the board barista fan, also known as Jeff.
Wait, we have one more.
Friends. Oh,
No, I am Jackson.
we got Jackson with us. Awesome. All right. So we are starting off a Star Wars RPG campaign using the old West End Games D6 rules. I've tried to get, am I pronouncing it right? Morlock to play actually
Yes,
before.
I have played once with you.
And it was like 20 plus years ago. So
Yeah, it was a while ago.
yeah.
Mr. Fan,
Yes.
can I take the camera so the audience can see everybody?
Yep.
All right. You're gonna fly. Fly.
I'm flying.
Yeah.
We're going to get personal with you, Sam.
Yep.
Yeah, this is our first attempt to try to record a D&D session and role-playing session, so it's going to be kind of we're figuring it out. Bear with us, and if you want to help us get some better equipment, there is Patreon link and other ways to support the channel and link in the video descriptions. But to start us off, I'm pretty sure everybody's familiar with this this indie film from 1977 called Star Wars.
Your father.
I am your father.
What is that? How I do?
All right. So we're gonna do tonight. We're just doing a session 0. We're not gonna get into actual gameplay. Just wanted to basically figure out, like, tell everybody where I want to go with the campaign as the DM, and get everybody's ideas on what kind of characters they want to play. Build the characters, and then we can pick up with the actual like first session next week. So, timeline-wise, the game's going to take. I want to have the game take place after Return of the Jedi, but before The Mandalorian. All right.
Okay.
So basically, in this timeline, it's the Rebel Alliance right after the Battle of Endor became the New Republic. and is making their push to retake Coruscant, the capital. The adventure that we're going to be taking place is not part of that whole liberating Coruscant, but it's part of the campaign and the overarching story of Star Wars. The idea I had is a squadron of either X-wing, Y-wing pilots that's basically a scouting mission, and then at the end of the campaign is taking the Fonder Shipyards, one of the major constructors of Imperial capital ships such as Star Destroyers, which is on the way to Coruscant. So basically, it's the point you got to take before you can take the capital, so that way you don't have to worry about reinforcements. I know my ex-military people understand this. You got to make sure that you cut off the enemy's supply chain so they can't get back to the shipyards to restock and repair.
If you kill them, they can't go anywhere.
True. But so the Fonder Shipyards located at the planet Fonder, which is located in a part of the Star Wars galaxy known as the Tapani Expanse, which has a ruling local government. There is a bunch of lords and ladies. Basically, it's like a monarchy, feudalism, that's loyal to the empire. So there's going to be a few bits of royal court plot intrigue. Some NPCs you're going to interact with are part of this nobility class. But basically it's getting to your this hidden base and getting your supply stuff is all going to be the first adventure. And so everybody's going to basically need to have the skills for flying a ship and shooting guns and stuff like that. So I am going to give some bonus points to those skills after you build your characters. But let's,
John, and welcome back.
with the idea in mind that you're going to be either flying a Y-wing or an X-wing, or possibly be a gunner for a Y-wing. What kind of characters in the Star Wars universe would everybody like to play?
Edited footage, and I meant to upload it along.
I'm playing the Wookiee.
All right, Tanya has called dibs on the Wookiee.
So what characters are you guys picking? We have Alien Student of the Force. Arrogant Noble. Bounty Hunter.
I'm actually going to be going at the gameplay.
He's doing the Gambler.
All right.
I heard Arrogant Noble got excited.
Well, it would be nice to actually have somebody that's got a connection to the nobility to facilitate some of that part of the adventure. So
Down Jack. For those of you wondering, the noise in the background is my son watching other videos.
all right.
We'll try to keep
So
it.
Sam, you said you're gonna go with the Gambler?
Yeah.
All right, you got a piece of paper. I don't know if anybody got the chance to print out some character sheets or not. Oh, you guys got the blanks?
My lady Tanya has hooked us up.
I gave him blank
All
character
right.
sheets.
Okay. I've got my copy of the core book in front of me, so I can run stuff down with Sam for making his character. So the stock Gambler in the book, that's going to be your type is going to be Gambler. The stock one, the species for that is human. Is there a Star Wars alien species other than, like, you want to play a non-human, or you just want to stay with human?
I'll stay with human. I'll be kind of standard for this.
All right. So the age, height, weight, and physical description, that's all stuff for you to be able to fill out. Dexterity, the score for that stat is 3D plus 2.
Yep.
For knowledge, the stat is 3D.
Okay.
Then you have mechanical is 2D plus 1.
Either of them have to worry about his pirates.
One.
The next layer
Perception is 4D.
Okay.
Strength is 2D plus 2.
I don't know how
And technical is 2D plus 1.
All
right, so- Then below this, your stats and skills is the move.
Mm-hmm.
That's 10.
Okay.
Now you end up with some questions. Do you want to be force sensitive or not?
Yes.
All right. So the description, so to tell you, force sensitive means that you're not like, you don't have force powers. Okay.
Yep.
That's force attuned. Force sensitive just means that you've either got like a sixth sense, a lucky feeling type of thing. It allows you to have like more force points. And if you want to go down the path and awaken your inner force potential, you can. But it's just like and usually gamblers having that being force sensitive, it's the whole thing of like, you're like, it's like, yeah, I should definitely, it's like you got that itch of like, I should really bet on 12.
Yeah.
So it's an easy way for how the force to manifest in a gambler. Now, under your attributes, you have skills. If you had the actual printed off gambler character sheet, you would have the a bunch of suggested skills listed out to you. So I'm going to break down like how the attributes work. So the attributes is like in D&D, you have your strength, your constitution, your dex, your intelligence, your wisdom, and charisma.
Yes.
In Star Wars, it breaks down as dexterity is still the same. It's the whole like doing ranged attacks and anything that has to deal with like manipulating something. Knowledge is all like is a lot of your intelligence based skills. Mechanical is being able to actually use devices like piloting ships and like using ships, using a hyperdrive, like being able to use devices falls under the mechanical.
It'd be like
skill.
being able to change your tire on the car, right?
Exactly. You're like, well, not really change your tire. Like mechanical is more like you're able to drive on black ice. Like you know how to use the vehicle.
How's the weather where you are?
Gonna be some black ice tonight. That big major snowstorm hit down here to New Orleans. Perception is all of your it's your social skills mixed in with your awareness. So like bargaining, trying to con and lie to somebody, forgery, gambling, persuasion. Those all fall under perception skills.
Yep.
Strength is basically raw physical strength. It's how tough you. To put it in D&D terms, it's both your strength score and your constitution rolled into one.
Okay.
Technical is like deep book smarts and actually knowing how to apply them. Like all of your repair skills, medical skills, those all fall under technical abilities.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
you have 7 skill dice at starting character to assign to skills. Okay.
Okay.
Suggested skills for gamblers are blaster, brawling parry, which is basically how to like block somebody hitting you, dodge, melee combat, and melee parry. So melee combat is using an actual like physical hand weapon. Like you pulled a knife on somebody, you'll roll your melee combat to be able to stab them. The parry is like being able to block shots. Under knowledge skills, suggested for gamblers is alien species, bureaucracy, business, languages, streetwise, and value.
Really bad. For TA's my favorite ball.
Okay.
Now, I would suggest while I'm listing through these suggested stat skills, if something pops out as like, "Oh, I'd like to have that skill," probably write it down on the character sheet.
Okay. We do.
All right.
Yep.
For mechanical, the suggested stuff is astrogation, which is being able to plot like how to get from one planet system to another. You got repulsor lift operations, which is basically operating a speeder bike or other, personal land vehicle. Spaceship transports, being able to fly something like a light freighter, like the Millennium Falcon, and starship gunnery, basically being able to use starship weapons. Well, it's under mechanical.
Okay.
Suggested perception skills are bargaining, con, which again is like how to lie to somebody, forgery, gambling, and persuasion. Under strength, suggested skills are brawling, lifting, stamina. Under technical, you got droid programming, droid repair, first aid, and repulsor lift repair. Now, because you all are going to be in a Starfighter campaign, I'm also going to throw out the suggested skills under mechanical of Starfighter piloting, as well as Starfighter repair.
You expect me to fight in your war?
Yeah.
Seeing how you're going to be playing the noble, that sounds like you'd have the background of you're being assigned to the squadron because it's your home system that you want to liberate from, your home sector of space. You want to liberate from the Empire.
Why we have peons to do it for us? We just pay them.
Don't you mean
Money
you
in
don't
there.
pay them?
Better
Troop,
pay.
you got to inspire the troops.
$20. $20. $20 is $20. $20. Close up the Death Star. I got $20 here.
All
All
right.
right. Close up the Death Star.
Even that's a game I wouldn't take.
Hi.
All right. So, Sam, you got 7 dice, and how you do this is you basically can take 1 or 2 of your 7 dice, and you get to add those because those D numbers on your attributes are your baseline rolls. So if you say like wanted to put 2 dice into gambling, you'd add 2D to your perception skill and write that after gambling. So you'd have 6 dice in gambling.
So I just put 2D besides gambling, and I'll be able to do extra rolls on the gambling.
If you're like putting like plus 2D besides gambling, that way you know to add that to the perception skill. However, it works for you.
I'm so bad into gambling.
Now I'm going to say you got 7 dice to spend on these skills. You get to choose where you get to put 3 bonus dice. That can be a die into starfighter piloting, starship gunnery, or starship repair. You can put like 2 into one of them and 1 into the other, or you can put 1 into all 3.
Okay, so say I have my list of attributes. Okay.
Yes.
What you are saying is my class, not only do I get 2D the 3D plus 1 for dexterity, but I get 7 bonus die that I can put to any specific task in any of the class.
Any of the skills are listed underneath of your attributes. Yeah.
Any of the skills listed. So I don't know because I don't have the book in front of me because my copy isn't downloading. Say I have juggling under dexterity. And I'm not doing this. I'm just trying to get it in my head.
Right. So juggling is one.
All seven die into juggling, and not have anything else. I could be like a really phenomenal.
You could just dump
juggle
everything into one skill and be like, "This is the only thing I do." But it ends up being that unbalanced character.
Yeah, but if I tuck it all into persuasion, I don't have to do anything. You don't know how to fly a starfighter. I don't have to know. I got him, and he was $40.
I'm really asking. I know you can. I know it's like you can technically do this, but I am putting the whole thing of like capping it. You have to put 1 or 2 dice into a skill. Can't put more than 2. And because technically you have 10, I'm giving everybody 10 instead of 7 because you have 3 that you can break apart into your piloting skills. So there will be no dumping everything into persuasion and basically being like, I'm going to talk my way through this. Josh, I want you to actually do some ROL play and play a starfighter pilot for me, okay? This is not like, let's break the game. This is the whole thing of because the biggest thing about this game is you don't get experience points for just going out and killing stormtroopers and blowing up TIE fighters. This really is not a hack and slash D&D style game. This is like you get like 5 character points for completing the story, the scenario of the night. You'll get more for playing in character. It's all about like taking on, you are a player of the game, but you are really taking on the role. You're the actor and your character is the part, which I really like, which is one of the reasons why I really like this game. It's not just the mechanics. It's the whole thing of like, okay, we have a script. It's a very loose script, and we're going to like try to stay on script. You can ad-lib your lines. You can totally, have fun with the character, but you've been hired.
Speaking of script, what's my name?
I don't know. What's your name?
Morlock.
I know, but you're starting to really be your true self.
You called me Josh 3 times.
Because okay. The name. Understand. The name Josh needs to be a player type in D&D because it's not. It's like every guy I've played D&D with whose name is Josh has wanted to do the whole thing of like, oh, I'm just gonna break. It's always been that dude that's like, I'm just gonna break the game and do this and like abuse the rules.
I have never set out to break the game. Except for this game once, and you've never played with me since.
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't want to repeat the last time. All right, so let's go through your skills, man.
I don't mind doing it. No, I need to stretch out my legs.
All right, so under dexterity, you've got blaster, you got dodge, you got melee combat, melee parry. Under knowledge, you got bureaucracy.
Hold on.
Okay. Now when you're ready.
Mealy Perry, is that like the brother of Katy Perry?
No, it's the whole block your sword with my sword.
Okay. Knowledge.
Bureaucracy. Cultures. Intimidation. Languages. And planetary systems. Under mechanical, we got beast riding. Repulsor lift operation. Starfighter piloting. And starship gunnery. Starship gunnery. All right, perception. You have command.
Would you like to be a recruit from my army? Okay, whatever.
Gambling. Hide.
Oh, villain, didn't he? Oh, wait, hold on. I don't know.
Investigation.
Do not escape. You must fly.
Persuasion. And search.
Are we friendly? Yeah, we're friendly. What's up, buddy boy? Oh, he trades ender beads for emeralds. Interesting. Okay, I didn't realize my beads were so valuable. I don't know if I need emeralds, but no.
Under strength, you've got brawling, climbing / jumping, and swimming. Under technical, there's computer programming / repair, droid programming, droid repair, starfighter repair, first aid, and security.
So I need to make one.
Now, are you planning on staying as a human?
But I'll get to all that. First,
Who are you talking to?
Josh. Morlock.
Yes.
All right. So your movement speed is 10. Are you going to be force sensitive?
Less and will
No,
All right.
monster in level 1.
but I am planning on bluffing.
All right. The bluff is handled under the con skill. So that would be a perception for con.
There we go. What's up, everyone? Today, we're going to find Face Your Fears. It's a really good game, and you should check out the trailers. They did a
All
really
right.
nice album. But,
Now, underneath where it says move and force sensitive, if you are force sensitive, you'll start with 2 force points.
oh, dude.
If you are not force sensitive, you start with 1 force point. No, wait, everybody starts with 2. You have 0 dark side points. And I believe everybody starts with 5 character points. Now, to explain these, force point represents the ability to call upon the force, luck, the universe, your inner resolve, whatever you want to call it. When you spend a force point to do an action, you get to double all dice you're rolling to perform that action. All right. If it's a key story moment, like you're not just like wasting, like if it's seen by to be the whole thing, like this is a key pivotal moment where somebody would actually need to call upon the force, you can get that force point back at the end of the adventure. So it can be kind of a thing of like, don't frivolously waste it. Dark side points is tracking how evil your character is. Once you reach a certain number of dark side points by doing evil stuff, your character will become an NPC because they've gone to the dark side.
Stop it. Stop.
The character points is part of how you level up, but you can also spend 1 character point to add an extra die to any roll.
How are you there, though?
And if you're ever in dire need and want to get a force point to do something, you can always call on the dark side to take a dark side point. If you're force sensitive, you can call upon the dark side. You'll take a dark side point, but you'll gain a force point. So.
Oh, I see him. He's down there. He's down in the river.
The points can be.
What is this, bro? Oh, what are we on? Oh, what are we on right now? Oh, what the? What is happening? How much is it go for?
Alright. And
I don't know.
while I've been walking the two of them through this, Tanya, have you gotten your character done?
Yes.
I'm not covering my
I just don't
Alright.
have the extras. I know the bowcaster is plus 4d for damage.
Oh, yeah, the bowcaster is 40.
Yep. I pulled that off the equipment sheet list.
Yep. Oh, okay. So what do you mean by the extras?
I get extra dice for claw climbing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
So whenever
2d on that. Huh?
Yeah, because that's the Wookiee special ability. Oh, you're just talking about
So-
all the racial bonuses, right?
I haven't gone through the racial bonuses. I just saw that I got minus 2d for all non-strength attributes and skill checks. Okay.
Yeah, but that's already been baked into because you're took the wiki character sheet out of the back of the book. I'm just trying to get to the wiki character sheet. Yeah. Oh yeah, when you do the Wookiee Rage, you get +2 to strength and brawling, but everything else suffers -2. All right, I forgot to give Morlock his gear.
That's literally what he just said.
All right, and Tanya, you're Wookiee. You said you were going to do a gunner instead of a pilot.
Yeah.
All right. Who's going to fly the Y-wing and who's going to fly an X-wing?
The Y-wing is much more elegant than those brutish X-wings.
You want to bet?
All right. Okay. So Tanya, guess we know who you are the gunner. You're the gunner for.
Who am I the gunner for?
Well, Sam has spoken out in favor of the X-wing. So yeah, your Morlock is your pilot.
Good luck. Break down.
And I will not be wearing those orange and white rebel clothes. I will be piloting my glorious Y-wing while wearing my royal diadems and robes.
Mine in a bet.
You're such a beast.
All right. So
Profit for the station of my family.
all right. Do you guys have some easy to grab onto your hands? Some minis, a map.
Your Lego minis are in there. Jack's minis are over there. They're both by Tanya.
All right, you guys want to set up a little? I'll leave you guys to set up the combat board. We're gonna run through like how a little combat scenario goes.
Do you want the grid?
If you got like,
Yeah, should be right over there if you want to grab the grid book too. You still haven't given me any equipment.
Josh's equipment, Morlock's equipment. I mean, seriously, man, you're gonna keep messing me up on this.
My character's name is Beatle Moore.
Beable Moore.
Beatle.
Beatle.
Fire pit.
Beatle.
Fly over fire pit.
All right.
Beatle.
So you have for gear several changes of clothing
Ron
in the latest
Muscapar.
styles. Huh?
Ron Muscapar.
I still didn't hear what you said.
We're on the lava planet.
All right. You also have
Muscapar.
an addition to your vast wardrobe. You have a holdout blaster.
Hold out blaster.
Which deals 3 dice worth of damage. You can have. Ooh. Josh, what's your dexterity score?
3D plus 1.
Did you take anything into melee combat and melee parry?
No, I put 2D in dodge.
Put 1D into light foil. And you have a light
Ooh, I
foil.
love when that goes.
You have a light foil that deals 4D worth of damage. Basically, because the Tapani Sector has what's a part of their culture is the saber rakes. Basically, it's the nobility like to duel with like light rapiers, like lightsaber rapiers.
Okay, so it's not an actual lightsaber. We can agree to that, right?
It's not an actual lightsaber. It's a lower power version of it.
But
Okay.
if my character runs across anybody who is not a Jedi and tries to pass himself off as a Jedi, would that be just curious? Because this is how it's going to go. Would that pass off as like Jedi-ish enough for that person to be like, "Ooh, you're with the Jedi," or "Ooh, you're force sensitive," or
You'll have to roll some con skills. You'll have to roll some perception abilities, but you can try it. You can totally.
oh,
It looks like
it's going to be tried. It is going to be tried.
And
Edit
you
that part
have
out of this video when you edit this video. Edit that part out. Okay. This was an off-camera question.
all right. You have 2,000 credits.
I have money.
And you have a Y-wing fighter.
And it is the most beautiful Y-wing there is.
All right, Sam, your character for personal gear has a deck of Sabak cards. This is SABACC. That's how you spell Sabak. It is basically a Star Wars version of poker.
Nice.
You have a holdout blaster that deals 3 dice worth of damage.
Mm-hmm.
You have 1 week's worth of expensive clothes. You have 1,000 credits.
Okay.
A data pad filled with 2,000 rules for games of chance.
Dude, that's so cool.
Nice.
And an X-Wing. And Tanya, did you take anything into repair skills?
I got starship gunnery repair, space transports repair, stage starfighter repair.
Did you put any skill points, any skill dice into those?
No, I didn't.
All right. If you
What do I
did,
have
was
for
going to
skill
give you. You have 7. You have 7 skill dice that you can put on any of the skills that are listed on your character sheet. You can also have 3 bonus ones, but those need to be spent in starship gunnery, starfighter piloting, or starfighter repair.
Get there.
All right, and I need to use the bathroom and step out on the porch real quick. I'm going to call like a 5-minute break. I'll be right back to walk you guys through how a combat goes through. All right?
Mhm.
So I found one of my friends from 20 years ago.
Mhm.
And the last time we talked was 20 years ago. Because he was in the process of surveying the border of Maine all the way through. And last I knew, he was just getting to where he had to go through water to survey the border. He's like, yeah, we finished that, and I got deployed to Afghanistan. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. It's been that long. And his kids got so big. It's like, yeah, and he was like, about an 8-year-old when he was born. Oh God, he's 20. He's an adult. I think she had just gotten pregnant too. And this is being recorded. Okay. Or did he pause recording? No, he didn't pause it.
Hopefully he's editing some of this stuff, especially where it tells me Josh.
Well, the Patreon is going to get the unedited version.
Who's the Patreon? I misspelled his name.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's happening. Wait. Get Rack Nixon. There could be only one. Whoa! I probably should have let someone go first because apparently there's mines just kind of laying out through the glass. Yay! Yay! Is anyone else get finished? Okay. Am I rolling those? This is called Segway Speed. It will require enhanced tactics, I believe. Well, not that advanced.
So we need to figure out two things. One way to make this permanently stay, so I'm not constantly shifting it, needs a new band.
Okay.
It needs our size, not a kid size.
No, I think this works great.
I think it needs to be yours, or make the straps so they fit your face.
Make this strap bigger, but it needs a strap up here. I need some way to keep this from falling, from pulling back.
Move it away from your butt when you go sit. Oh, it's gonna be funny.
A lot of other people have started it's the only one who has permanent admin with no on anything because the developer of the game gave me special privileges. So the goal of this video is basically I want the biggest rock on YouTube. I want one that literally no one else can ever possibly imagine. There's so many big rocks in this game. Literally everyone here has a couple months. I would say the biggest I would see would maybe be like a couple of days. Why everyone's being like so friendly with each other and keeping the rock? I don't understand that. Oh my god, we have the box. No way. Oh my gosh, look at that. You're making me mad. Anyway,
Excuse me.
really sorry about that.
Just need to do a
All right.
240 for you.
So that guy had a big rock.
Sergeant Gleason's on. But so he works for Maine DOT. But back when I knew him, he was surveying the border of the state of Maine all the way around and through all the waterways. He was just starting the waterways, and then when he finished that, they got deployed to Afghanistan. You're back.
I'm back. All right. Actually, before we get into the combat thing, still on a little session 0 topics. How do you all think that all of all your characters, you guys want to do this as nobody knows everybody, or you all have worked together before?
I say we do it because there are certain things that you guys at a game already know about my. And I say we do it as we've all worked together before. You all know that I'm BSing my way through having the Force. And half the stuff I say isn't true. How you react is dependent upon your characters. You know, whether you want to sit there and bring the issue up or not. But just for the sake of argument, since I've already said it outside of gameplay, we might as well sit there and say, yeah, we've known each other or we've worked together before. Whether we like each other or not, different story. Yes, Jack. No.
Please.
Okay. What are your thoughts?
I like it. I like the idea. It'd be kind of fun.
Yeah. All right, so everybody knows each other. Now becomes the question of, do either one of you two know Wookiee?
When I was thinking,
Which one has Korean language?
I know I have.
Did anybody put any of their skill dice into languages?
I didn't. Probably would have been a good thing to know. You.
I'll just be shaking my head all the time.
All right, so
Or are you implying that Wookiee cannot learn any other language besides Wookiee?
I don't think they can.
That's
so.
awfully speciest of you. Have you not seen
because,
the
dude, it's the Wookiee vocal cords.
holiday?
The only Wookiees that were known to be able to speak Basic, which is what Star Wars calls English, had to have surgical modifications to do that, to be able to speak. Because it's like trying to teach a dog how to speak English. So if neither one of you know English, Tanya, there is a small droid that only does the job of translation. I'll steal this from another Wookiee character from the old Star Wars novels. You can have an MT droid that is your translator. So you can interact with other people. So that's all right. So you have an MT droid. So whenever Tanya speaks, and she's not, if you're speaking in character, you need to growl or talk through your droid, and you do not have to have a prissy C-3PO style translation for your droid. You can have it speak however you want it to speak. All right, so everybody knows everybody. We've given away the device that allow everybody to be able to understand each other. All right, if you guys want to, you got 3 minis representing your characters on the battle mat. I'd say okay, you started the camera for the battle mat. If you want to switch the microphones, so I'm coming through Tanya's laptop. That way, when you guys talk,
This is your phone.
That's your phone.
Let's start making.
Yeah.
All right, the battle mat night might not come through. Just to let everybody know watching this, we are using the battle mat. We are going to have a better setup next time for battles, but
Right. Oh, that's right. Talking get the battle map to get the battle map to show up.
all right.
Turn the mic on.
No, in order to get the battle maps to show up, had to talk through the microphone to get the battle map to show up.
All right.
I'm just doing that.
All right, I'm muted. Oh, wait. Unmute. Oh shoot! I muted Morlock's computer. Morlock, unmute yourself.
Maybe next
All
time.
right. We can do it without showing the battle mat for this time. So you got 3 minis representing you set up. I want you to set up 5 others minis for on the other side of the mat.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, man. You want no idea. And the cake is good.
Two of them are kind
All right. So this is basically like your characters are getting called in to do a little bit of weapons training.
Where did he go?
Mhm.
He won't see me. Surprise! It will be easy. The cake will go when I fold. Hey, what up, Brad? I'm running. All
Sign
right,
language?
with it. Right, go. What?
Yeah,
Maybe
you're
next
unmuted.
time.
I can hear everything that's coming through.
It is this time. I gotta be quiet. All right,
Speak.
I think it's time. Cake. Ow! Oh my gosh, that's so dumb. The cake staff. It has to work.
Your character can't speak.
Yeah, I see that. Try again, buddy.
How are you supposed to fluff your Jedi?
Not today.
I'm really.
I'm doing all the talking for you one time.
Come on, man. No point. Good try. Good thing, kid.
I'm confused to what's going on here.
Me too.
Smell you from over there. Are you saying I stink? I'm gonna kick you. You are bad.
No, it was a thought that I had because I want to reach out to a community that is often neglected. No,
Okay.
no.
Here's the okay. It's a great thing that you're understand that while we're recording, if there's it might have came through because I can hear Jack's stuff playing in the background. So the software we're using, it records when somebody is speaking. So if you're only using sign but you're not talking, the camera might not be recording you. So I don't know if that all went through or not. All right.
Probably not.
Okay. Anyway, my character is not deaf then, apparently.
All right. All right. You want to put? What do you got for like a? All right. I'm just gonna theater mind it on my end. So you all been summoned up for weapons training by the head of the base that you're at right now. Basically, they've taken are all on a Moncal Star Cruiser. They've cleared out one of the storage bays to turn into a little mock fight shooting range. You have standing there by the door a blue holographic cantina appears in the cargo hold.
I want to see something. What's up, Brad? Well, anyways, I brought it. Is it not a cake?
On the other side of this holographic cantina, there is a bar,
I need something from the chest.
and there are 5 stormtroopers talking with the 5 holographic stormtroopers talking to the holographic bartender.
Why does it look so sus? Come on, man, you're lying. No? Okay, you want to
So am I wearing my celestial robes or am I wearing my common robes?
Depending on how you were dressed for the day. It's a low duty day. Basically just combat
My
training.
celestial robes.
Yeah.
where do you want to sit? I'll let you sit.
I'll handle this, peoples.
I'm going to keep my hand on my back there.
I'm gonna walk up to the 5 stormtroopers.
All right.
He's keeping his hand on his gun. Daniel.
I'm sorry, I missed it.
We are on the holodeck in training. And the holodeck is putting an image of us in bars. In a bar, in a cantina. And across the cantina are 5 stormtroopers talking to what appears to be the bar owner. And I have decided to go over and engage with the stormtroopers. In a nice, pleasant.
All right. So you're heading over to engage with the stormtroopers.
I'm gonna go to the bar and order a drink.
All right. 2 of you are heading over to the bar. While you're heading over, I want both of you to make a perception check. So roll your perception skill. Remember, when you roll your dice in Star Wars, you should have one die that's different than the other ones you're rolling. So that way it's going to be the wild die. If that one shows up as a 6, you get to keep rolling and adding the number higher.
Okay. 11.
11. All right. Well, Tanya, what'd you get?
10.
All right. As you're getting close, you hear this. You pick up a bit of the conversation. You see, like, one of the leader of the stormtrooper is holding a data pad to the bartender. It's like, "Have you seen these people?"
I'm gonna get out of here.
You
Maybe next time.
Morlock, you notice like the bartender give kind of a look, like kind of like look at the data pad, but also like lock eyes with you for a second, then look back to it. He's like, "Haven't seen these people around."
How close am I?
Basically, I'm gonna say you cleared halfway across the bar. Already, you're halfway from like where you started, like where your table was to the bar.
I continue moving closer. Unperturbed by what I just saw.
Right.
Willing the force that I believe I have to keep me safe.
I'm going to stay towards the outside and just see if I can, the outside walls of the bar, and see if I can get a good angle on the stormtroopers when stuff starts to go down.
You're able to get, like, there's a booth that's off to the side. You can go slip into that. You got a good line of sight. No pedestrians in the way.
Yeah, I'm definitely slipping into that.
All right. Tanya?
I'm at the bar. And I order a drink. Just relax. Ordering a drink. Keeping an ear out.
You, as you bellow out in Wookiee to the bartender and your protocol droid translates, you notice the stormtroopers kind of flinch for a second. Their grips on their blasters become a little tighter as they begin to look from the bartender over towards you.
So is the bartender and the bar owner the same thing?
Yeah, it's just like one dude running the bar.
Talking to the dog?
Yep.
Okay. I keep my hands on the bar.
All right. The
How close am I now?
now you get like, you can, if you wanted to, ignite the light foil and swing, you're close enough, but you're not like right next to them. You're like just like one
I want to reach out, grab the tablet while saying, "Oh, are you boys looking for somebody?" Pulling it towards me so I can see what the pictures are. Am I that close yet?
No. You'd have to you could get in. Like you're not that close, but you'd have to move up to get that close.
I'm moving up.
All right.
Let me know when I'm that close.
All right.
And I'm not drawing attention to myself until I am that close.
All right. Sam?
Yeah, I'm unholstering the pistol and just keeping it underneath the table. So where Josh is coming from, is he like between me and the stormtroopers, or is he gonna come in front of me?
No, I'm not gonna come No, I'm not gonna cut in front of him. I'm not that dumb. I know where my teammates are.
All right, yeah. So the two of them are, if you're facing the bar, you're seeing the 4 stormtroopers. You got you got a clear shot on like if Josh jumps in, he is going to be in the way of like the leftmost 2, but you got a clear path on the other 3.
Perfect.
And like on the other side of him and the stormtroopers is Tanya, but it's the same thing. If you try to shoot the 2 that are they're going to be closest to them, that's an issue, but you still got a clear shot on the other 3.
Okay, perfect.
I don't want to shoot anybody. I want to drink.
It's a holodeck. We're supposed to be training for something. We're not exactly, trying to get a drink.
Will you two stop? We're training. This is middle of an exercise. Don't get us in trouble with the boss again.
All right.
Reset. No, I'm sorry.
All right, Tanya, the leader of the stormtroopers, very noticeably takes a good hard look at you and says, "Chain code now." Chain code is the personal identification, which everybody carries on them.
My droid is broken, and I yell and trill.
Oh, Bobby. Nonsense, Bobby. I go up to the stormtroopers, pulling up their tablet, looking at it, going, "Bobby, that does look like you, though." See? And I hold up the tablet.
All right.
I know.
Roll your
Here, look. And I hand it over to
Did you
him.
put
Yeah,
skill dice in con? Of course
I
you
did.
Roll it.
I've only played 2 in con. Six, 12, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23.
The stormtrooper officer looks over at you, goes, "Well, yeah, they kind of all do look alike to me, but I still need to see that chain code. And want to see yours as well."
Oh, you want to see my chain code?
As he
wants to see my
as
chain.
as he flips the data pad around to face towards you.
No, I took the data pad and handed it off to the Wookiee.
Oh.
I grabbed the data pad out of his hand and said, looked at it and said, "It does kind of look like him," and then handed it off to the Wookiee, going, "Bob, it does look like you, doesn't it? Doesn't it?"
All right, let's go with Tanya. What are you doing?
I was trying to order a drink and then pretending my droid was busted.
Even though you technically just ordered a drink with the droid.
Nothing says the bartender doesn't know Wookiee.
She simply just said that you ordered a drink and the droid, you were there at home and the droid answered.
This is
All
true.
right.
Okay.
The whole my
I
droid's busted. I totally say that was. I can totally believe that was easy thing to do. Of like reach down, click the droid for the off button.
So I get down, pretend to fix the droid because I have a droid repair,
All right, you're.
and I'm lining up with some more shots at the time while I'm pretending to fix the droid.
All right, so you're just gonna. All right, Sam.
I'm still waiting. I'm just gonna, keep the blaster, kind of underneath the table, but kind of pointed towards them, but not out in the open, just in case Josh's bluff falls apart.
Oh, it's gonna fall apart.
Oh, trust me, I know. I'm waiting.
Oh yeah. All right, back to the stormtroopers. The leader went and said, "I'm going to need to see both of your chain codes." That was what you did last turn. So, yeah, they're just
And I gotta try because he wants to see my chain code.
yeah. So yeah, they're basically like the you hear the click of the 5 safeties of his safety go off, and he was like, "Really, really going to need to see that identification now." And when he clicks his safety off, the other ones all click their safeties off.
And the cauldron, I think, this makes the witch look younger. Now, the young witch can approach the crypts in the forest, and they can make up. I mean,
And I'm roughly in the middle of them, aren't I?
witch even without the curse.
Yeah.
You can find out. Like, there's a young witch, and then they meet in the forest, and they fall in love. You need to do this whole curse thing. You're dumb. Just work for yourself. Tiny business.
Gentlemen, please. That doesn't look like Bob if you take a really close look. As far as my chain codes go, I pull out. Do I have a fake wallet? I do not have a fake wallet. Here, why don't you fingerprint me? And I hold out my hand, my left hand, as my right hand goes under my robe. I'm offered to be fingerprinted because I don't have my ID on me, but I'm
Like,
printing my ID.
the leader of the stormtrooper goes, "Certainly, we can take care of this downtown." Reaches behind his back, pulls out a set of binders. Make a dex roll. Or do you have melee, bro? Do you have melee
No,
parry?
I do.
You have what? You have melee parry?
I have dodge. Yes.
All right, roll your melee parry.
Oh wait, I meant to pull the orange one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Nope. You go to bring your arm out of the way. He still slaps the 1/2 of the binder cuffs onto your wrist.
Why not dodge?
Okay. Dodge is because you're not at range. Like dodging is like dodgeball.
Okay.
Somebody's throwing something at you or trying to shoot you, you roll dodge. If they're trying to hit you with something or slap something on you, then it would be.
I see the difference.
Yeah.
Okay, so I failed that, so I got my arm in a sling.
Yeah, he's basically got like one part of the handcuffs on you.
Sorry. There's the turns.
Seeing my
So you
pilot
slap that
under
on.
attack.
The other stormtroopers, 2 of them basically bring the 2 of them bring their blasters up in to cover Moloch's character. The other 2 are bringing their blasters up on the Wookiee.
Eric
You
can
are
pull out
under
the radio.
Yeah.
Do I have aiming capabilities at the 2 that are pointed at me?
Yep.
All right. So dexterity, I have 2d plus 2. And of course. Oh, for the attack, I got another 4d, right?
The 4D on the bowcaster, that's its damage.
Damage. Okay.
Your attack would be basically the bowcaster skill.
Yep. I didn't add any
So-
dice for that. I should have. Oh, I like these numbers. So if I got a 6, I add another die?
If it's on your wild die, yes.
I didn't do a
That's
wild
why I
die.
said like everybody should have one that's different from the rest. So you can be like, this is my wild die.
Like
Well,
when I
I-
said my orange die is my wild die.
Yeah, I didn't pick a wild die. They're all different for me, but I didn't pick a wild die. I want
All right, let's just say that one that was a 6 is your wild die. That's gonna be your wild die for the night.
Yep.
All right. I gotta roll a dodge for my guy. So what'd you get?
For what?
For rolling your attack. Because you roll your it's all because you don't have the skill, it's all based off of your dexterity.
11. I just did 2 die. Do I add a 3rd in because of the wild?
Yep, roll another one. Roll the wild die again.
15. Yeah, I don't make it, do I?
Yeah, that beats my roll. So wild die saved you. Roll damage. It's your
With
4
a wild
dice.
die?
Yeah, one of them's got to be a wild die. Anytime you roll, you always got to have one wild die.
Got another 6 on the wild die.
Nice. You might finish this up before you even. Oh, you want to.
Yeah, 2. All right. 12, 15, 20.
All right, I rolled a 13 for my armor, which is basically you get to add your armor bonus plus to your strength, and you roll those dice against the damage dice, and depending on what the difference is what happens. So you rolled, you said 20?
Yep.
All right, I rolled a 13. You beat me by 7. Yeah, that stormtrooper is wounded. You took a good chunk out of its armor. I like knocked him into the recoil hits him into the bar. Not enough to knock him out, but definitely he's gonna feel that sucker in the morning.
Okay, I get it.
Josh, I mean Morlock.
Wait, did you?
So if yeah, what about Sam?
Oh, Sam,
Sam
yeah,
hasn't had turn yet.
you've been waiting for something like this to happen. So Sam, go ahead, take your action.
I am pulling out the blaster from underneath the table and shooting at the stormtrooper that's farthest from Moloch and Tanya.
All right. Go ahead, roll. If you've got the blaster skill, roll your blaster skill. If not, it's gonna be straight dexterity.
So I do have the blaster skill.
All right, roll your so it's your blaster skill. So whatever dice you put in the blaster plus your dexterity dice.
Which my dexterity dice is.
So you gotta roll 4 die.
Oh.
3D plus 2 for your dexterity,
Okay.
and then you put 1d in for your blaster, right? Yep. Okay, so roll all
So
four.
he's got 2d plus 2 and a 1d says 3d, and then he adds 2 to the roll.
He has 3d plus 2.
Oh, then it's 4 dice and automatically
dice.
adding 2.
No, you got 4 dice. Choose which one's your odd one.
This one.
Okay.
So that's your wild.
So
Yes.
that's your wild.
Yeah.
So he's got 6, 12, 17, 19, plus roll another d6 for the wild one.
Good.
22.
22. That will hit. Roll your damage.
Got 1 die for damage.
Wait.
You got blasters. I got 1 die. Okay.
5.
You hit him, but it doesn't seem to actually do any damage.
Now is it my turn?
Yep.
And now I'm for this other stormtrooper, right?
Yeah, you got the other stormtrooper has got hold of the binders and hold of you.
We're not cuffed together?
You're not cuffed together. Basically, he slapped one of the cuffs onto your wrist, and he's going to take his next turn is going to be the whole thing of like manhandling you into the restraint. Like he's got the grip, but he hasn't gotten you restrained yet.
Okay. The other end of the cuff is still free, or is it attached to him?
Like he's holding on to it. Like he just basically snapped it onto your wrist, and then people started shooting.
Okay. I am going to grab a hold of his wrist because I have melee and brawling, and the other hand has been sitting on my light foil.
All right.
I do not know how this will play out. The goal is to grab his hand with the lock. All
right. So
okay, hold on.
all right. Imagine he's okay. So he's got the binder on you. So you got like one hand up like this. Okay, that he just slapped onto the binder on, or however he's got one of your hands.
I'm grabbing his.
So you're okay. So you're basically grabbing onto his,
and then
grabbing
stabbing him through the throat and pulling backward, cutting his spine. I don't want him to die. I don't want him to move.
So basically, you're holding on to him. All right. Roll the attack with the light foil.
So, okay, so to roll for attack with the light foil.
Yep. I'm gonna.
Remember, he can't escape.
I know he's still gonna get like 1 die to try to like wiggle
13.
away from it. Yeah, he rolled a 3.
13.
All right. Roll your damage.
Light foil is 40.
Yep.
Come on. Actually, wait a second. No, that was my other side. 21.
21.
Yep.
All right. I rolled a 4. You beat it by. Yeah, you just basically grabbed hold of his wrist, brought the light foil up, and he is cut down in half and dissolves into nothingness of hologram.
I don't want him to die. I have a message to send him.
Oh, then basically, okay, you don't want him to die, then you just basically cut his arm off.
No, I cut him. I stabbed him in the throat. I don't want him to die. I want to give him a message. He still owes me money.
But you were rolling to attack.
I was.
All right, because I didn't. So you're just basically like bringing it up to threaten him?
No, I killed him.
Okay.
But I want him to die slowly so I can tell him to give it to Jabba. Because at this point in time, Jabba's dead.
Yep.
So tell Jabba he still owes me money.
All right. So you basically grab hold of his wrist, tell Jabba he still owes me money. All right. At this point,
From his eyes.
the other stormtroopers take their shots. I'm going to need either a straight dex or a dodge check from Morlock, your character.
It's
15, 16.
All right, one stormtrooper misses. The other one actually. Oh wait, both stormtroopers miss. Tanya, I need a dodge from you.
Okay. Plus 2 as well, so 10, 13.
Yeah, stormtroopers all open fire. Stormtroopers all miss.
Stormtrooper.
My specialty civilian number 6. So another one, add in plus 2, plus I had dodge as plus 2.
No,
No armor. I need to add some die there. Outside
all
my
right.
sheer size.
So, Morlock, your choice.
it's Sam's turn.
Oh yeah.
I'm starting to see how you feel about me, Jeff. Don't worry.
Sorry.
Okay.
I gotta make sure I make notes of the initiative order.
I'm still going to try to kill a boss stormtrooper and continue firing on him.
Alright.
So, that'll be like 4 down. Well,
So you're
All right, take your shot.
yep. Just
What do you get for your blaster skill? Roll.
19.
19.
You'll hit. Roll your damage.
Please have been good. 6.
How much?
6.
Wait,
Your blast-
well, you got 3 dice. 1 for
Yeah.
your blast, so you should roll 4.
No,
Yep.
that's lots of damage.
Oh, 3 dice.
Yeah, 3 dice.
Okay.
So technically,
So I got 7. 7 damage.
Still not enough to get through his armor.
I'm not doing too much always, but it's supposed to be shape.
All right, who's up next?
of course, we all just like point.
Out of game. Timeline perspective. We are in the era of the Mandalorian, correct? Early days.
It is.
Because it was
You're
still a young.
between Return of the Jedi and Mandalorian. The events of Mandalorian haven't happened yet. You're still like 5 years from that.
Okay. As far as I know, Boba Fett's dead.
Who's dead?
As far as my character would know, Boba Fett is dead, right?
Yes.
So where is the other? Is there still one next to me?
Basically, they were kind of like there was the leader was in front of you. Then he had two guys behind him, and then two more guys behind him. So you killed him, and there's still like 4 stormtroopers right there in front of you.
No, because he killed one.
I have not killed one.
Okay.
I'm currently shooting him as much as I can, but he's apparently got the good stuff.
And as far as I know, these are all still clones. Correct?
Yeah.
As far as my character knows, they're all still clones.
You guys have a little better.
No, not clones. By this point, the Empire had started recruiting people and phased out the clones.
Okay. I swim on the one to me on the right because my position is like this. I figure if I strike down, treatment. Good to see Boba Fett.
All right, roll your attack.
You see it?
Yes.
You see it?
You get another one.
So 3, 8, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. For
Roll your damage.
2 hit. Three, 6, 9, 12.
You get a glancing blow of damage onto that one stormtrooper.
Son of a bitch. Stop and shoot him.
All right, next up.
You have failed me for the last time.
All right, so
What happened? We know it.
I shoot at the next target
All right.
with that one hand,
All right, roll your attack.
and I hit.
What was your roll for your attack?
Like attacking with that I'm shooting them, or that
Yeah.
I'm trying to shoot.
You're trying to shoot.
6 total.
Said 6.
Yeah, total.
Yeah, the shot goes wide.
Yep.
All right.
Still have my phone.
Yes, yes, you do.
All right.
Um,
I'm gonna say the
I'm
one that.
gonna-
All right. At this point, oh yes, it's Sam's go.
I'm still gonna try to be good killing the stormtrooper I've been shooting because. Oh,
Roll the shoot.
yep. Oh, 9, 11, 12. So I got 12.
12 will hit. Roll damn.
Okay. I got 8.
You need to get a more high-powered gun.
Yes, yes, I do.
It's like,
My grand gave it to me. And
all right. So it's their turn now. The one that you've been pop shotting just turns around to shoot over at you. His shot. I'm not even gonna have you roll for that. His shot goes wide. Josh, you got one shooting on you. Make a dodge.
Three, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11.
11.
Yes.
Roll your strength.
7. 8. Sorry. 9.
8.
7 plus
9.
2. 9.
9.
I can math.
That actually hits you. You are wounded.
Now, sorry.
Gonna take with a wound. I'm gonna say, yeah. You're minus 1d to any of your actions. Because now it hurts. And the last one that's standing, Tanya, I need you to roll a dodge.
$18, 20, 22.
It's like that whole thing of like, you see the blaster bolt, you just tilt your head to the side and it goes right past.
I'm a giant ass target and they can't hit me. Proves they're stormtroopers.
Tilt the head to the side. All right, that's all right.
They're very, very bad aim.
Back to you guys.
Stormtroopers.
That was their actions.
Stormtroopers.
I am dropping down because I'm so mortally wounded. And when I hit the ground, I'm carrying one storm and putting the cuff around his leg. And then I'm standing up.
All right, so you're gonna drop to the floor, pretend to be wounded.
I'm not pretending to be wounded. I'm wounded. I just got cut.
You're taking a fall to the floor and gonna put the, make a melee attack.
No, 3 die. 3 die.
I'm standing.
18, 19, 20.
All right, these binders are not really like they're handcuffs. You can't get it around to this, and they're standing with their stance with their feet apart, so you can't really use it to lock his feet together. They're not shackles. But
I'm not trying to lock his feet together.
you're just trying to put the.
Hear me out.
Are you putting the open? Okay, you're putting the open one.
Here's the okay.
All right,
Here's
explain
the
this. To me.
chain. Here's the cup. Here's
Yeah.
the chain. Here's the other cup. I wrap
Just putting the-
my arm around his leg. See the other cup?
Yep.
So the chain is wrapped around his leg. And
Okay.
I stand up. And I got the strength to do it.
All right. Yeah. So you got the maneuver off. I want you to make the strength check.
Do you want it under brawling? I mean,
Yeah. Let's do a brawl.
6, 10, 13, 15. See, I'm back. Woo!
All right. You pull off this maneuver, and he
You go once. Go away. Go on.
slams down, and you hear a crack, like a wet thud, and he's not moving.
And they go, oh my god.
All right, so there's 2 left.
All right. That's like it.
I'm gonna. Before taking more shots, I'm gonna try flipping the table down in front of me for some cover before trying to shoot at him again.
So you're gonna flip the table and then take another shot at him.
Yep.
All right,
I'll
roll
be a
a
bit, yeah.
strength. Roll a strength.
Strength. 3D plus 2. So would that be 4?
No, it'd be you roll your 3 dice, then add 2.
Okay. 5, 9.
11 plus 13.
So 13.
Yeah, you easily just get the table knocked over. You're down behind.
Yep.
Take a shot, but because you're taking like 2 actions this turn, every action you take beyond the first, you suffer a penalty on. So just roll your to shoot, but subtract 1 die.
Okay. Uh, 4, 8, that's 11.
Shot goes just a little bit wide.
Okay. Okay. I think I have some cover now.
Whose turn is it?
Yours.
Oh, okay. All right, so I did a dodge. Now I'm gonna try shooting the blasted bowcaster again. Shoot again. Actually, no. You know what? I'm just gonna flip and go melee combat.
All right.
I'm just gonna attack them. So do I use?
No, you use your brawling, which
Falls under strength.
yep. Now, do you want to go into Wookiee Rage for this?
Yeah, let's do Wookiee Rage plus 2D.
All right, so you're gonna get extra 2 dice.
I did that.
Victory.
What was it?
23.
Oh yeah, roll your so you're just gonna roll, you don't roll your brawling, you just roll your regular strength score for dealing how much damage you're gonna deal, but you are raging, so you get the +2. So roll your damage.
That's how I was.
And I roll another.
I have a different feature. No.
What'd you get?
12, 22, 26.
6.
You know what? I don't know about this.
I'm so start hitting it.
Basically grab the stormtrooper and body slam it into the bar, and it's not moving anymore.
I'm just gonna stick.
That was incapacitated. Both you and Josh incapacitated the 2 that you melee attacked. And the last one is going to take its shot at Sam. Sam, roll a dodge, but you get to add a dice because you're behind because you're using your barricade.
So that would be 4. Dexterity is 3. Wait. Just double checking. 5, 9, 12, 16.
16. Good thing you had that barricade, man. I rolled a 13. So you duck it. You duck behind the shot. Back over to you guys.
So, are there any others close to me?
Basically, you can move up and you're just take 2 steps forward, and you've got the last one that had turned around to shoot at Sam.
Okay. So, I'm standing up already. I just start swinging around the stormtrooper who is trapped in the chain of the bracelet on my arm. I just start doing this. And spinning, helicoptering the body of that stormtrooper, hitting anything and everything in my way as I approach the stormtrooper in front of me.
All right. This is going to be I need you to make a strength check. All right. This is just to be able to wield a stormtrooper as a club. I need you to make a strength check. And
I'm not wielding him as a club. I'm kidding. You got to take centrifugal force into it.
I understand, but it's the whole thing of basically I want you to like tap into your inner strength to be able. I could picture the Wookiee doing this easily. I'm just thinking like an average build human. This is a feat of strength to do this. Okay, you got to get that body moving, that momentum.
16 plus 6 is 22. Plus 5 is 27. 28, 29.
That's with your raw strength?
That is brawling and strength.
Yeah, I want you to do a raw strength. Like this is
6, 12, 18. 6, 12, 18, 17.
17?
18,
Nah,
19.
man.
19.
Nah. One more and it would have been it. I was looking for a 20. Because you're
Wait
basically
picking, one more.
you're picking somebody up by their ankles and swinging them.
But it's brawling. If I pick somebody in a fight, what's different than me picking up somebody in a fight?
Because you're trying. Because you're
me that's already halfway up.
It's different. It's not believable. It's not believable.
No, I did.
I could picture the Wookiee doing it, but I couldn't picture a human doing it. Like it's
picture himself to the ankles of somebody else and standing up.
You picked the guy up, you flipped him. Okay?
Yeah.
Last turn. He fell down, he got knocked out on the landing. Now you got this unconscious dude that you're grabbing by the ankles and you're trying to swing him into somebody else. That's like
he is attached to my arm by the chain.
Yeah, you got a handcuff. You got a handcuff. But it's the whole thing of like you got that weight. You got 300 pounds almost with dude and armor that you're trying to pick up on your wrist.
Right. All right. I got you. It's okay.
Huh? It's a like.
No, that was my turn.
All right.
All right. Where's my next target?
All right. Roll to shoot.
Can I melee? But can I brawl attack again?
Oh yeah, you're doing the other. All right, yeah, just roll your brawl.
Yeah. How many times can I go berserk?
You go berserk. It's like basically you can go berserk whenever you want. It's the whole thing of like calming down and coming out of it.
Alright.
17.
Roll your damage.
$16.
16.
Hey, Josh.
You have another knock.
What's my name?
Josh.
You got another one you just knocked out.
Yes, yes.
So how many enemies left?
That is everybody.
Yay!
As you
knocked
knock
out the
this last one
person.
out, the simulation, the blue holograms all disappear. Actually, wait, I messed up. The 5 combat droids that you guys were fighting with revert back to being droids. And you are still in the grips of a Wookiee rage and wanting to fight. And you only see 2 other things standing.
Oh,
Payback.
The binders on your wrist, Josh, it automatically unlocks. Yeah.
Well, text. I didn't get any drinks. I wanted. We were in a bar. I should have gotten. Should have been able to get a drink. So I don't even throw my own droid, empty droid.
Your what?
Do I throw my own droid?
I still couldn't hear that.
does she throw her own droid?
Does she throw her own droid? Oh, that's up to her, but she's in the... If she wants to throw the
I'm
droid...
in range.
I think I see where this is going.
We got the both of you.
You can only choose one. We're not next to each other.
It's on a holodeck.
Yes, but if you were bringing it both of us, we'd have to be like right next to each other. We're not.
It's a small one.
Positionally, that's fine, but positionally, we'd still be in the
Positionally,
positions we were before.
Positionally, he's
You and I
closest
would
to you,
be
and
close.
Sam is on the other side of the room.
All right, I win the droid at Morlock.
My character's name is Diablo Moore.
Yeah,
More. Anyways, you're throwing it at more. Make a.
I have a
Make a-
lifting.
It's like you're trying to throw something. That's with aim. So I'm just gonna say roll your dex.
Nah, 5.
All right, that's the number
Do
for.
I have 2 dice for rage?
That's-
No, that's for strength.
So that's the number to beat on your dodge roll. Beat a 5.
Oh, that's not a problem for him.
7.
Okay.
What ails you, you hairy imp?
Oh no, he's gonna go so
No, she just threw something at me. We're bunnies. She bombs crap while I fly.
All right, Sam.
I'm gonna try to calm her down by saying, "Oh, no, we have."
All right. So to come out of a Wookiee rage, it is a moderate perception check, but you get a -1 to that, -1 dice to this. So Tanya, roll your perception. You need to, with 1 less dice, and you need to get an 11 or better.
Not happening. I got a 6, so I get 1 more die. Still not happening. 9.
Oh.
No, I'm getting 11 or better.
Yeah, I know.
I'm still rage.
How to get out of it? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it took away one die and I only had 2 die.
All right.
Let's just walk out and go do the holiday.
So luckily enough, I got a 6 again. This is going to be my 3rd die.
Yeah, I think we should try to get out of the holodeck for her to let her fight something else.
Yeah, we're walking out of the holiday.
All right. So you guys run out. Run.
Also calling for our program to come back up on.
Wait, what was
Then
that?
walking out. Calling for a bar program to be put back on the holodeck as we walk out.
Okay, so you're basically trying to get the door locked as you're running out.
No. We are
Calling the
calling
guards?
for a bar program. A bar program. You're in a cantina. Nothing's going on, and she can have her drink.
All
We're
right,
a good bar fight. So we're walking out the door.
all right, roll a technical check.
Computer program.
Yeah, computer programming.
What's my name?
So,
Bob. More like.
nice Josh.
Oops, sorry.
Josh.
7.
I'll prove it.
7,
Yeah.
that was an easy roll. You are running out, you hit the reset button, and the Wookiee sees the 4 stormtroopers show back up.
And the Wookiee what?
The 5 stormtroopers reappear at the bar next to the Wookiee. Tanya, what are you doing?
Actually walking up to the bar to get a drink.
You're still in the Wookiee rig.
Throwing stormtroopers.
All right.
Just let them have fun.
Yep.
I am
Let them have their fun.
throwing.
Hey, how long do you
All right,
think
Sam. And Sam, you ran out as well, right?
Yep.
Do you
All right,
honestly think that the stormtroopers can take this thing down?
11. I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
Especially if they keep responding until she's out of range.
27.
All right.
I'm still in rage.
All right, Tanya. I'm gonna flash play this thing because I know it's getting close to sign off time for you guys. So they dipped out. You end up. We're gonna find out how many times you had to beat up all the stormtroopers before you finally calm down. So roll your perception with a -1.
I bet it's 6.
I'll take the upper bet.
I got 2 6s.
You got to roll another 6. You got to roll it. If it's a 6,
All right.
that's still
You went
counts as-
through. You went through
Yeah, that's my
the
special
simulation.
Yeah, but you roll the 6 on top of that. You got to keep rolling.
Okay, hold
all
on.
she needed,
I got
all she needed was an 11. All she needed was to be an 11. So
Beat
she
it.
goes through the entire scenario again by herself before she calms down and realizes that y'all dipped.
She does realize why we dipped, though, correct?
Does realize why, because you know
We don't want to fight her.
the combat droids are because they got reset so fast, they're barely holding it together after she beats the crap out of them. Like you guys dipped it's probably like a safe bet to say that by the time that she's calmed down, you've all headed off to get drinks, and we'll pick up at the actual cantina on ship next time. All right.
Sounds good.
Sounds
All
good.
right.
Bye.
Yeah, this is how Star Wars goes. It's a lot of it's basically just opposed rolls, and if you're not opposing somebody, then there's just set difficulty numbers. But
That one's rage. That one's rage.
although,
All right, Jeffies.
all right, man.
I'm missing more. This is not my.
So we'll pick up next week.
I'm just gonna clean
All right, people, all free Wednesday?
that one.
I
And that
can
one
do
Wednesday. I'm good with that.
Jack says he'd like a break. So we'll let you know.
So yeah, the blue was-
All right.
Hey everybody, thanks for staying till the end of the episode. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Follow us on Facebook at Board Barista Productions. And if you want to support us, Patreon link at the bottom.